Okay, a couple things to note. This is my fourth day of my second week of an experiment that I have to get to a place of mental well being. First week was about getting out of depression, and I realized that my antidepressants kind of helped me out of that, right? So then the second week, I've realized it's about managing my bipolar. My last video, it was about realizing that managing your bipolar is understanding yourself and accepting that you will have ups and downs and that is your life. And managing it is knowing how to deal with the ups and downs on those days. So, I'm realizing that on the seventh day this week, I'm not going to be magically, in a place of mental well being. And the funny thing is like overall well being, it's not just for mental people, right? It's for like normal people too. And there's four proponents of mental well being, okay? Mind, body, spirit, and emotion. We've all heard about them, right? So start somewhere, Last week I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I need to meditate. I need to do these exercises to help my emotions. I need to exercise. And if I wasn't exercising, I gave myself all these guilt trips, but totally impossible. It's like juggling way too many balls, not having enough hands for them, right? So I started with exercising, okay? Like, it's like flossing. It's like a habit, You start flossing and then it becomes a habit because you don't stop. I don't stop flossing. And do you know why? Because I paid like $1,000 to have a deep cleaning with a dentist because my gums were so bad. And they looked at me and they were like, I hope you floss. It's expensive. And it's true, It's like this bipolar, it's taking a toll on me, So this is me fighting like a monster to like tackle this beast. So anyway, one of the things to note is my antidepressant isn't actually working today, and that's one of the common things is some days your medications aren't going to work for whatever reason, Maybe it's because I started my workout routine 3 days ago and it's getting used to that. Or maybe it's because I've worked for the last 5 days, which I don't think people that are bipolar have the capacity to do. Like, you should not overwork yourself if you are bipolar. You just are incapable of being well for several days among those days. Anyway, so the flossing metaphor. Exercise. I started exercising 3 days ago, only 3 days ago, and I already feel so strong, and I'm committed to myself. I am going to exercise regularly, physical activity, even if it's 20 minutes. Like today, I was so exhausted because I did leg exercises yesterday. I did some sit-ups, and I'm so exhausted. But at midnight, after watching this amazing chick flick, I went for a walk for 20, 30 minutes, and I feel great, I feel like my muscles are moving, There was a little meditative thing too. Got to throw in a little spiritual thing in there. But my goal right now has been to focus on the body part of me. And so now that the exercise thing is embedded in me, I'm going to do it every single day, because I hit rock bottom at some point and I don't want to feel shitty. Now it's nutrition. I'm noticing every single bite that I put in my body affects me. Do you know I have acid reflux? Acid reflux is really bad. It is a cycle. Because the cycle is that once you start, you get stressed out. And then you get stressed out and then you eat something bad for you, or like onions or greasy food, because it's just like this impulsive behavior, which is totally inherent. And that gets you stressed, and then there's guilt, and then you overeat, and then I had chocolate as my emotional eating part, and that's bad. Oh, by the way, did you hear that chocolate is, there's a scarcity growing in chocolate, and they're saying it's like gold. You should start buying chocolate because it's actually going to begin increasing in price, in cost. I mean, isn't that fascinating? Anyway, little side note, but back to focusing. Also, another dynamic of bipolar is being capable of focusing 100%. So, where am I at? I had little notes. Today, my exhaustion about my depression being my antidepressants not working. I'm so tired. And nothing could have stopped it, you know? It was just, I had to give in. I just had to accept. And that actually made it a little easier. Although I have to say, before I went to work, I took 2 espresso shots, which actually did me worse because then I got all nervous, jittery, and one of the side effects of my antidepressant not working is not being able to completely finish my sentences or a thought conveyed. So that's been a major thing, is getting that under control, kind of. I think my roommates are up. Let's see. And then there's also, so body. I'm focusing on my body. Then I'm going to focus on other things, okay? That's my lesson today. Focusing on my body. Focusing on my body so that the other parts can be focused on. Hyper focusing on getting my body right. Because then it'll make me less stressed, which will lead to less stress in here and less stress in here. And maybe then I can focus on my spirituality, which will ultimately bring me to a path of self-knowledge and understanding of the world. And it's just like a greater depth of evolving, really, which I think is our entire purpose, is the spiritual journey here. But one thing I wanted to share with you is the exercise that I'm working with that life coach. She gave me that list of things, and she gave me a list of words, and then she said, pick 3, they're yours for life. Do them 10 times a day, add I am to the beginning of it. And I chose, I am free, I am accepting, I am peaceful. And they've kind of evolved to I am detached and I am patient. But I've been saying them 10 times a day. I mean, you think affirmations are bullshit, and they're not. They're not bullshit at all. They're actually pretty dang powerful. So I've been doing that, like at work, if something stresses me out, I'm just like, okay, I'm accepting of this. I'm just going to give in and I'm going to accept it. I'm going to choose to be peaceful. Some guy doesn't text me back within 5 hours in the world of immediate gratification. I'm going to be free and be like, fuck it. I'm not going to be stressed out about that because this is my life and I'm going to choose to make it my world the way I want it to be. I'm going to make my world quality. So that's my goal of the day, and those are the things I've learned, and I'm on my way. I am on my way.